So you might be in a situation where your Nintendo Switch Pro controller is just not turning on. Now, this can happen for a lot of different reasons. The number one reason why this may end up not happening for you is because your controller is just not charged. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you want to make your way over to the back of your controller, and you can literally just click on this back button right here and see if there's any lights that come up at the very bottom of your controller or at the very top. You can also randomly just click on random buttons on your controller as well, and there's a little like indicator at the bottom which will go and turn this controller on. Now, if your controller is not turning on like mine's not turning on at all, it's because this controller is dead. So I can touch all the buttons I want to, it's just not going to turn on this controller. So the first thing I'd recommend doing is going through and charging up your particular controller. This is by far the most important thing I'd recommend doing, and that's the very first thing I'd recommend starting off with, is just checking that controller and just charging it and seeing if that ends up working. If that doesn't end up working, let's say you charge it and it's not charging, or let's say it is charged, but let's say it is charged or whatever, but it's not seeming to charge your controller, you may want to double check that charger. So it's very rare that your controller port will basically just stop working, especially if it's a newer controller. Obviously it can happen, but you may want to double check that cord. You may want to plug it into a different outlet. You may want to do all sorts of different things before you try buying a new controller. But that's another thing I'd recommend doing as well. And that right there can be another way to go and basically fix this problem as well. Now, if you do that and that's still not working, you may want to see if you can actually plug this particular switch in, or this controller, to an actual switch. So if you have the dock switch just sitting there, go ahead and plug in the USB cable, go and grab that USB-C cable, plug it in up here, and see if that ends up working as well. And for a lot of people, that might end up fixing it. If it's still not working, you may want to contact Nintendo or take your controller to the store you bought it and see why it's not working, because usually they should work as of this point. So that pretty much covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. The like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.